Join me as I take on the challenge of making a mouth-watering meatball sandwich completely from scratch in just 30 minutes. Today, we're gonna ditch the store-bought shortcuts and make a meatball sandwich that's truly from scratch. You know, the kind that'll make your taste buds do the happy dance. I know what you might be thinking, why bother making my own meatballs and sauce when I can just grab them off the shelf? But trust me, friends, the difference in flavor and texture is night and day. When you make it from scratch, you get to control the quality of the ingredients, the level of seasoning, and the overall vibe of the dish. Plus, it's really not that hard. I mean, yeah, it takes a bit more effort, but in the end, you'll be rewarded with a sandwich that's tailored to your taste buds. And let's be real, there's something special about biting into a juicy meatball that you made with your own hands. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get started and make some magic happen. First, we're gonna make the meatballs. I'm using a mix of ground beef and pork, along with some breadcrumbs, egg, and a blend of Italian seasonings. Mix everything together until it's just combined. Don't overmix, or your meatballs will end up tough. Use your hands to shape the mixture into balls, about 1.5 inches in diameter. You should end up with around 20 to 25 meatballs. Place them on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper, leaving a little space between each one to allow for even cooking. While the meatballs are baking, let's make the sauce. I'm using a classic tomato sauce recipe with a twist. I'm adding in some caramelized onions for added depth of flavor. Simply sauté the onions in some olive oil until they're soft and golden, then add in a can of crushed tomatoes, some salt, pepper, and a pinch of sugar. Let the sauce simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes, stirring occasionally, until the flavors have melded together nicely. Taste and adjust the seasoning as needed. Now it's time to assemble our sandwiches. Slice up some crusty sub-rolls, toast them in the oven for a few minutes, then slather on a layer of that delicious sauce. Add a few meatballs, some melted mozzarella cheese, and a sprinkle of parsley for freshness. The moment of truth, let's take a bite. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. The meatballs are tender and flavorful, the sauce is rich and tangy, and the cheese is all melty in goodness. And the best part? This entire sandwich, from scratch, in just 30 minutes. Not bad, right? So, that's it for today's recipe. I hope you guys give this a try and experience the joy of making something delicious from scratch. If you do end up making your own meatball sandwich, be sure to share your creations in the comments below. I'd love to see them. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more quick and easy recipes like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.